Here we are in Duke County, North Carolina, about an hour and 45 minutes away from where I live in Graham, North Carolina, which is Alamance County. And I'm just taking a look at these outcropping of rocks here, trying to see if I can see any of the similarities. So, of course, at my site, everything's packed in clay, and so it's in much better condition. Out here, these guys have just been sitting out in the weather and the woods, and there's even some trees growing through a few of them. So I just saw this one. I can tell that that's an eye in there. And so I thought to just take a look at some of these. Of course, it's all flat on the back. That's the eye socket there, and the rest of his face, of course, is covered up. But we're just going to take a look at a few of these and see if we can see perhaps the recessed face version or some long face versions. This one, it looks like it would be a recessed face version, but half of it's in the ground. It's all one level there, and then the face down there. But it's hard to see because these guys are a lot older with a lot more wear. I can see that this... Perhaps, though, I'm trying to make a duck head out of it, so I'm not sure, though. But this, see that little round piece right there, and then the beak. So that's similar to the style there that we have in Graham as well. It's a very large bird beak. So these ones take a second to look at because they're older. They have a lot more wear on them. This one it's a giant heart-shaped chicken, guys. Oh, cool. I don't know if I can get far enough for you guys to see the whole thing here, but it's a heart-shaped chicken. Just like the small chickens, just like the little tiny birds that I have. It's just a giant boulder one. You won't be able to see it, I don't think, because I can't get high enough up to it. Let's just take a look at some of these other ones then, perhaps. So we're noticing there's pointy hat version right there again. Same exact style. There's archetypes to this. This is why I'm going to be able to prove this, because I can see them. I can see the archetypes. And if I can see the archetypes, I can categorize them. There's only like 8 or 9 of them. It's not a big deal. Oh, so big I guess I could try to fish eye. I can't fish eye. It's just, the stream's all dried up. So we might be able to take a little walk down the stream, but I just kind of wanted to look at some of these older ones here with you guys. They are a lot harder to see, and if I wasn't pulling things out of the clay in Graham, I would have not been able to determine that these were what they are. That's why the site that's in Graham is so important, because this is pretty neat the way it grew right in the middle, because everything's still packed in clay in there, and so you can really tell something's going on. And I think looking at the clay pack helps you kind of learn the archetypes, and then you can spot the art in the rocks. I think this one that we looked at first is probably one of the better ones, with the flat back and the definitive brow there for the eye. And then you can even see it's carved in there quite a bit. You can see the loop there for the pupil. So it's just like a big Easter Island totem guy, you know what I mean? That's the same people that made these. The same kind of stuff pops up in Ireland and Scotland at the old Celtic sites that are there. And it's the only other place that I see it. I don't see it anywhere else. I've looked at Mayan culture, looked at Mithra culture, Looked at art from all different places trying to figure out where this stuff is from. Phoenician, Egyptian. Now this does have some type of Phoenician, Egyptian themes to it, like the bird heads with the long beak and the dog head. They didn't have dogs back then, guys. The dog head's got to be that god, you know? Let's take a look at some of the smaller ones if there's any. See if we can find some of the same kind of stuff that we see in Graham out here in Duke County. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, I'm already seeing them. Already spotting them. This is a different type of material down here though. Heart shape. Oh, look in the middle of that. So you see how it's got a little bit of a pupil right there? Sometimes they just put an eye right in the middle of a bird. Some of these things were meant to catch your attention. That's why they made this easy to see outside bird, or easier to see anyway. And then within it, they put the face. This one might have had clay pack on it too, because right at the eye, there's a little piece of mud, but let's wipe it off and see what we got. You see all the little ridges there for the hair, so that's the eye and the nose. You gotta look at it from the side, like a side profile. Yep, they're here too, yay. So this is cool to know that it's not just, look at the left side profile there. It's not just where I'm at. It's apparently everywhere in this area. I know it's not just North Carolina. I know it's northern Georgia as well. But when you guys want to find these, come to these dried up riverbeds or lake beds. This is the spot to find at least the smaller ones. So that's comforting to know. Like, it's a lot of pressure to try to save this site. As you know, I'm taking these videos, you can hear the construction equipment behind me just literally destroying everything. And so there's a lot of pressure to try to get this thing saved and try to teach you guys how to see this stuff. It's like you got to teach the people how to see it in order to save the site. So that's why I started making the tutorial videos right off the bat there. But I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of conversation. I am kind of in a bit of a state trying to email all the archaeologists and pertinent people that would be able to help us with this. And then crafting these emails and having them delete on me because my phone is so full of pictures that it flakes out by the time I attach all the pictures. It's kind of discouraging. So I'm going to work on that. It's 4th of July weekend anyway. They're probably not going to be at work until the 5th. So I'll go ahead and wait on it for a little bit. And I'll check it out later. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in.